Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon or Rising. Taurus, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for January 20th to the 26th. This week we have for you the Share Your Voice Oracle card, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Six of Swords, King of Cups and Three of Cups. Heaps of swords energy here, guys. A lot of, seeing the truth, seeing things for exactly, what they are. Dealing in that realm of, mental and emotional energy this week. I see something coming to light, that maybe some information, maybe a truth revealed that is the catalyst for change and, new progress for you. It's going to lead to an ending, potentially moving on to a fresh new start, a start that is worthy of celebration. So I'm going to start out with the Oracle, guys. Share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. You've been called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship, or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold truth deep within us that longs to be expressed, sculpted for lifetimes. The voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, but we also heal the planet at large. Yeah, guys, so it could be your truth that you're speaking. Didn't realize how closely the Oracle actually aligned with what I see in these cards here. Page of Swords and Queen of Swords, yeah. So I feel like some of you have been in a situation where you've sat on, how you really feel for some time. And finally, you are in a position where you either have or are about to speak up, communicate how you really feel and share your truth. Now we have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords here in the same position, recent past, in the same reading. So this is more likely than not, a love soulmate kind of connection. So it's likely to be in a relationship. Doesn't have to be, it can be in a friendship, a very near dear friendship, be it in your personal life or workplace, but more likely than not is in a relationship situation, because when we have, the two suits here that are the same, that's what it can mean. And it could be, you with a younger lover or partner with the Page of Swords, or maybe somebody who just comes across that way. They might even be a little bit immature. Maybe that's the thing that you want to communicate. But the Queen of Swords, she's a great, she's a visionary, and she sees things for what they are. And I think you've probably seen the situation for exactly how it is for a period of time, but, you might have been still deciding what you wanted to do with that information. You might have been, a little bit worried to speak up. Was it going to hurt the other person? How was it going to go down? Was it going to, erupt into an argument? But finally, I feel like you're in the place where you can share that, you can communicate it. It's time for the truth to come out, or your opinions, or how you really feel about the situation. And I think that you're going to be victorious. You're going to be the winner out of this, and it's going to be transformative for you. Now, the Page of Swords, the other meaning of this card is that this is where, things start to change and shift. It's the rumblings of progress. So I feel like you sharing, communicating, sharing your voice, speaking up finally, being truthful, honest, and open with this person is going to be the wind of change. It's going to be the catalyst for change. And I do believe that change is going to be an ending and moving on, right? So yeah, the Page of Swords can be the initial movement of progress, because one of the focus energies this week, we have the King of Cups, but hiding behind there is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands, generally is an ending, and but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are leaving this person, ending this friendship, relationship, whatever it is, but it's the ending of it in its current status. So if you're finally sharing how you feel with this person, communicating that, there can be an opportunity for the other person to come to the party with change, to go and get counseling, to shift things up in the relationship, in the friendship. Maybe this other person didn't know how you felt. This might be news to them, so they're like, oh wow, I'm really going to have to change my ways. But for some of you, it will be an ending. The Ten of Swords is about the fact that the situation's probably weighed quite heavily on you, especially if you have been kind of suppressing your emotions and, not sharing that, not sharing your voice. that can be a burden on you. And it can also block the vision of the Queen of Swords, because this person here, through the burden of the situation, can't see, can't see that full peripheral view. So, we need to get out of the situations that are holding us stuck so that we can kind of see new paths and new beginnings that we see in the reading here. But I feel like you're the one that's going to be evoking the King of Cups energy throughout this transition, Taurus. The King of Cups is somebody who is, calm, stable, mature, compassionate, intuitive. And even if things get a bit kind of rocky, even if the other person might get quite emotional with you, you're going to be the one is able to handle it. You can sit right in that emotional water on your concrete slab, feeling completely grounded and stable. So I feel like you are the victorious party here, Taurus. But we do see, with that Six of Swords here, a sense of moving on. It's moving on energy. It's about a necessary rite of passage. So it sort of says, in order to get to the goods, in order to get to the new start that's waiting for you, sometimes we need to leave something behind. And that can be, a little bit painful, can be a little bit hard. It can be, mentally challenging. We've got Swords energy all through this reading here. Some of you might have been over-analysing this for ages, planning what you would say, planning where you'd move to, getting an action plan in place, but now it's time to put it into action, and that's the hard bit, guys. But you are moving on to somewhere that's much calmer, more smoother sailing, more harmonious. It's going to be a reason to celebrate in the near future, guys. The reminder is to try and leave the swords, the thoughts associated with the situation on the shoreline so we can carry on with an empty vessel, because we don't want to carry the energy of that with us, because then we can start attracting similar experiences in people because our vibration hasn't shifted. So really try and let that go. Exercise, energy healing, eating healthy, having a good laugh with friends or watching comedy, all that kind of stuff can shift that energy through your body and help you release it. And where are you moving on to, Taurus? Well, fresh new beginnings, Ace of Swords. So this is you, feeling the victory, knowing you've done the right thing, getting back your power, recrowning yourself in all your glory. It can be a mental breakthrough. Even if you have a bit of a breakdown in the situation, there might be tears, there might be emotions. Every breakdown brings a breakthrough. That's what it is. It can be, a new idea. It can be, a new offer of love or friendship. I know it's Swords energy, but we've got the Three of Cups following on from that. It's that fresh new beginning that you've probably wanted for some time. And it could be a fresh new start within the situation that you're in, or something completely new. There's that element of the hand of the divine here. So there's an element of destiny about it. It is, the first card in the suit of swords. So it's the seeds, right? It's the pure potential for a new beginning. But we need to take inspired action to grow that and to nurture it and expand it. Promises are great. Ending card here. We're ending on the Three of Cups. You are going to be feeling so much lighter once you've gone through this, Taurus. And I think you're going to be up for a bit of a party, up for a celebration. You're going to be feeling good. You might be looking good as well. You might be quite attractive at this time. Three of Cups is about knowing that you have done the right thing. This is helping you prepare your foundation. You're planting new seeds so that in your next chapter, be it in a month or 6 months' time, you're going to be reaping an abundant new harvest. It also means, I think, you're going to be reconnecting with friends, with family that you might not have seen for a while because you were too busy, quite entrenched in the situation here. I think that you're going to be, really up for having some beautiful times. And it might be through those beautiful times that someone new or a new idea or something happens. This is number 3, guys. We're talking about manifesting new opportunities. It's all about new possibilities. It just comes after a transition, and that all begins with sharing your voice, speaking your truth, and being your authentic self. Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed the reading, and I wish you all the best with it this week. Do keep in mind it's a general reading. It won't be for every one of you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment because I always love to know how things are shaping up and if it resonates for you. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.